What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back once again, and we are back to talk about some more Crisis on Infinite Earths. We're going to be talking about part 3. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my first 1 to 2 parts. Now, we're just going to go ahead and get into episode 3. But first off, if you're new to the channel, always consider about subscribing. If you guys want to know about more DC, more Marvel, more anime, more everything about on TV and movies, hope you guys are enjoying the channel. If you guys are once again new or want to consider about sticking around, go ahead and click a like as well as subscribe to the channel. Also, this is going to be trying to be going on my podcast as well. For you guys that was wondering about the podcast for the first 2 episodes, I do apologize. I was having issues with it, was unable to upload, so I hope this one will be able to go on there. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into part 3. It takes off right after episode 2. Now, this is a lot that was going on. We do see, we get confirmation that Martian Manhunter as well as Alex and Brainy survived, so that was a confirmation. We also get to see Elongated Man, we get to see Iris, we get to see Cisco as well as Caitlin / Killer Frost come into the fold to help, and then there is a plan as well as bringing everybody stating that who the other 3 Paragons are, which is Barry, and the other one is Martian Manhunter. So then the other one, which is a new character who, if you guys remember, played Kevin Tran on Supernatural. He's on here. He's playing as another professor, and he is another Paragon. So they want to go get him, while Barry and the others try to figure out where exactly Trigon is, which was another version of Wells, while Constantine as well as Mia and John, who is now on the Wave Rider, decides to tell them, okay, we got to find a way to save Oliver. So they go to another Earth to go ahead and try to save Oliver, so that way they can find a way into Purgatory to bring him back. And then we also get to see where somehow Iris as well as Elongated Man, we also get to see the Atom try to basically tell this character, okay, we need you, because, and they basically have to prove to them that they're superheroes and that they need him. And Iris basically tells him the same thing that Barry told her about, if this is how it's going to end, then this is how it's going to end. And then we also get to see, of course, where they go into where we got to see Wells, and he is now under the anti-monitor's control to a certain degree, where he cannot interfere. He's just there to see. So we also get to see where, which was crazy, the monitor returns Cisco's powers. So now he's Vibe, and he vibes Trigon as well as calling out. And we also get to see where he shows how to get in there. They get in there, and then we also get to see Earth 90 Barry stuck into a Speed Force, sort of on a incliner, to where he is powering the anti-force that is destroying all the Earths. And so on that era, we get to see it goes back to other Earths being destroyed, which we got to see one of the original Black Canaries, and so it was absolutely amazing to see one of the original Black Canaries. And then we also get to go see where Mia, Constantine, as well as Diggle go, because Diggle did say he is not going to abandon Oliver, that they're going to try to find. They go on Earth 66. Now, this is what's interesting, is that they stay. Constantine says that there is a way for them to get to Purgatory. He knocks on the door. Guess who opens up? Nothing but Lucifer freaking Morningstar, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Tom Ellis repraises his role as Lucifer Morningstar. Now he is official. He is officially DC in the Arrowverse. It was absolutely amazing. And he basically does do, as he says, Lucifer. Of course, looks at Mia like she's a snack, and then also tells Constantine that he owes him for Maze. So obviously he did something for him for Maze. Then we also get to see where he gives him a card, tells him, okay, until this is gone, then you're going to have to find a way to bring Oliver back. So they do go and get into Purgatory. They're on Lian-Yu, and they tells them they don't have much time. So as soon as that happens, they go through Lian-Yu. They spot Oliver. They're able to bring him back into his mind, because he was not able to remember them first. Then he does. Then they're wanting to bring him back, but somehow or other, this other force is telling him that he can't, otherwise his family will be destroyed. Now, honestly, I think that's a bunch of bullshit, and somehow or other, he tells him it's going to be okay, and as soon as it happens, they just get transported back to the Rave Rider. Then we also get to see where Barry, as well as everybody else, is able to release the Earth 90 Flash, and as soon as that happens, he tells them that you shouldn't have done that, because if he does, then it will just destroy all the Earths at the same time, because this wave is destroying Earths one at a time. It's being conjected, and if it just is not under a certain control, then it's going to destroy everybody. So as soon as that happens, he's like, we got to find a way to get it. So then Trigon left, and he brings, of course, Black Lightning. Black Lightning starts trying to attack everybody, and they basically tell him, okay, look, we understand you just lost your Earth. We just understand you lost your family, but we need you. And he basically uses his powers to control the blast as long as he can. And then this is what Barry states that, okay, this is probably what I meant to do. And as soon as that happens, he basically starts saying goodbye to Cisco. He starts remembering different things with Iris, and we get to see different things with Caitlin and Cisco, saying that they were the first two to find out he was Flash when he woke up. So there is some sentimental with them. And then we also get to see where he's about ready to do it, and then he's talking to Earth 90 Barry, and as soon as he says that, he says, I'm sorry, this is going to be the only way. He says, what are you talking about? So as soon as that happens, that Barry takes his powers and basically takes all the power, and he says, just because they said a Flash died didn't mean he knew which one. So he basically goes onto the gondola, and he basically gives himself up to protect everybody. While in the process, they destroy it, and he destroys himself, and also we get to see the Flash symbol in the rubble, and we also get to see a flashback to where from the original Flash show, which was absolutely amazing. And we also get to see where Kara and Kate, they were having issues with one another, because Kate was wanting to figure out how Lex used the book to kill Superman, because she wanted to bring back all the Earths. But Kara and Kate were going back and forth trying to basically say, okay, look, if you do that and somehow you go mad, then we're going to have a bigger issue on our hands. And she still had the kryptonite in her hand to think, okay, am I going to have to do this? And then they finally come to an agreement where Kate was right, and Kara says, I got to be an image of hope. That's basically what I am. And she shows her that she has kryptonite. And they basically come to an agreement, basically, as long as I do this, you shouldn't have to do this. So come to arrangement on there. As soon as they all figure out that who is who, they start making introductions. Barry as well as Jefferson make their own conversation about both their fathers and wanting to continue in their absence as well for their family, and they basically welcome him to the team at the same time as basically making peace with one another and saying, okay, I understand why I'm here. I'm going to do what I can. And as soon as that happens, everybody starts joining in. They start realizing who's who. And then they're like, okay, we got to find Lila. And as soon as that happens, here comes Lila. She appears, and Diggle's happy to see her. But too soon to be true. It is the Anti-Monitor controlling Lila's body so he could destroy everyone. He starts knocking everybody out. He starts going towards the Monitor. The Monitor and him have a battle. He somehow overpowers the Monitor, takes his essence or his power, and then literally destroys the last Earth. All the other Earths now at this point are now destroyed. Earth 1 is the last one, so now everybody is dead, and Barry says we're the last ones, and as soon as they're about ready to make another stand, he's going to destroy everybody on here, so that way there will be just me. So basically the Anti-Monitor basically does want to create a brand new worlds where he can control it all. That is the reason, because he does not want heroes. And as soon as that happens, we also get to see where, as soon as that happened, Trigon, who is Wells, he starts using his powers to basically get all the Paragons off the ship. Everyone else is left, and as soon as that happens, he goes, where did we send? He says, where'd you send them? And he says, somewhere you'll never find them. So unfortunately, we get to see Lila get killed. We see Tyler Hoechlin, aka Superman, get killed. We can see Iris killed. We see Elongated Man killed. We basically see everybody that is not Paragon die on the damn ship. And then we also get to see where they all go to this point of no time, no essence, and that's what Sarah's explaining. And as soon as that happens, we get to see where the version of Superman, who is played by Brandon Ruth, he basically just starts acting weird. She says, Clark, what's the matter? Somehow or other, Lex trades places with Clark. And as soon as he says that, he goes, well, I didn't think that would work, but it actually did. He says, what are you talking about? He's, oh, well, I saw y'all going crazy on the ship. I decided to make a little changes of my own. So he somehow got what was written for all the Paragons and changed his name with Superman and put Lex Luthor. He says, so, what do we do now? And that's how it ends. Guys, this as a whole was a lot better than the last few episodes. We get to see, of course, Kate manhandle Lex Luthor was absolutely amazing. We get to see a lot of Kate and also Supergirl more of how they're just like their cousins, which was absolutely amazing. Get to see Tom Ellis return. That was amazing to see him as Lex Luthor. We also got to see appearances by the official older Flash as well as also the original Black Canary. But we also, there was issues where they kept putting Iris to like so-called inspire people, and I'm like, how? She's supposedly just, all she's really doing is basically whatever Barry's telling her. She's basically just giving inspiration. That's pretty much all she's doing. And now all of a sudden they're trying to show her as somewhat of a leader, and she's not. She's a supportive character, which is great for her character. And they're still doing that, but they're trying to put more into her than what I think they should do. But that's just my opinion. And then at the same time, what they were trying to do with Felicity, they did the same thing, which I didn't think they should do. Then, of course, not bring Oliver back, which I do think they need to bring him back very soon. At the same time, also bringing back Black Lightning. They should have put him earlier in the fold, waiting until the last second. And then, of course, wanting now to kill everybody. And now they're just wanting 8 heroes. Now, what really gets me is they're wanting these specific heroes, and not one of them is Arrow. Honestly, I think that is really stupid, because Green Arrow is part of the Arrowverse. He's the very first one of the very first superheroes of the Arrowverse. He pretty much, this is how it began, and I'm hoping that they do bring him back. Now, again, this ain't going to be returning to January 14th, so now all the CW hero shows are done for the moment. Arrow will be concluding very soon as well. Now, don't know exactly what's going to happen. We know that there's going to be a lot of chaos within the next month, because it literally will not be coming on until more than a month from now. It's going to suck, but I know there will be a lot of theories. There will be a lot of speculations. There will be a lot of disagreements. There will be opinions on the matter, but let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. If you guys were able to watch the brand new episode 3 of the CW of the crossover event of Crisis on Infinite Earths. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Hope you guys are enjoying your night, your day. Let me know what you guys thought about the crossover events in the comments down below. Once again, if you guys are always new to the channel, always consider about subscribing. Links down just below. As always, you guys give me my follow my new podcast as well, and keep spreading it. But I hope you guys are enjoying that. I hope you guys are enjoying the channel. I hope you guys are enjoying the Crisis on Infinite Earths, even though my opinion may differ from yours. There are things about this I do not agree with. There's things about it I do agree with. But I am glad that they're expanding the Arrowverse in the DC universe as a DC fan. So I'm happy that we get to see more expansion in the DC universe. So once again, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you in the comment section below. See you later.